That would be awesome. Are we recording?
We are streaming. Please be waiting me outside. Yeah. All right, we'll get started with roll call. We have Patrick Castiglia, Dan Hall, Hutchison, Tom Moses, Dave Palmer, Mel Perkins, Jennifer Strong, and Mary Doran as guests. And excused are Mary Sullivan, Greg Clark, and Lance Valentin. Next, can you please stand for a pledge of allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Thank you. May I have a motion to open the July 8th, 2026 Hamburg, New York ID Board of Directors at 7:33 a.m.
So move.
Thank you. Second, was that a second? All in favor? Aye. First item on our agenda are the meeting minutes from June 10th, 2026. Let's go, Chuck. Thank you, Cam. Okay. Patrick, any questions or comments? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Carried. Next item is our financial report from June 30th, 2026.
I was looking at the enclosed report, typical activities for this time of the month, leaving us with a total liabilities and equity balance of $691,680.15. Anybody have any questions about the attached reports?
I will make that motion. Stan. Second. Andy. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Clear. Okay. Okay, on my report, we are still working with the closing of South Mountains Business Park. The construction over there is underway. I haven't been over there in the last couple of weeks, but they were doing site work. I don't know if they were proceeding with foundations, but I mean, we should start seeing documents of everything next week.
They said they should have their financing lined up by next week.
So, so hopefully we'll start some documents on that. I would expect at a point they'll need to start meeting once the building, starting the equipment building and starting to purchase this year. So, still have that out there and waiting. We have still working with some potential applicants. Walden Development, had some interest with working with them. We're working with the other project with Woodlawn, and then certainly work on our own site in the land development. So still trying to get some projects to be heard. And then in terms of community engagement, I guess the highlight would be, for board recommendation. Thank you for getting that letter signed off. I did attend the last board meeting, town board meeting. We did offer those comments on the stadium area development. Next board meeting, this upcoming Monday, they will approve that zoning law. There's really no negative comments, just some of the comments that came were some of the residents, like what happens when you have to rezone, it affects, I think, within a 500-foot radius, the residents get notified, and some of so I think the supervisor or planning were able to have some generally well see that going forward, and hopefully continue to work with the county and dispose of that site. Our development corporation with the loan fund, we did do one one denial, you know, is kind of like highlight those things are not necessarily a success. But I know we often get the perception that, you know, we pass out incentives and programs, you know, with reckless abandon. There's qualification processes, vetting processes. Companies don't need that. That doesn't mean it's the end of the road. You know, to the extent that these companies will work with us, we will provide guidance and support, so they could eventually become qualified. You know, these incentives are not passed out recovery.
Was that just based on the willingness or ability to actually make payments?
And yeah, in this, you know, in this instance, it was based on, you know, cash and ability to service the debt, you know, based on cash flow. You know, you could be able to provide information, it could be another. But in this scenario, it's just based on too much being spent.
On that note, wasn't Molly Gordner a member of that or still a member?
She's still on our loan committee, so, that board organization in the bylaws, you can serve up to 3 years, and then you have to step off for a year, and so, but you can serve on the loan, so she's still involved.
So, matter of fact, Molly, she's beautifully, and her was in her role, she just retired. So,
Yeah. So, yeah, she's still, I mean, she's definitely into the Hamburg business community, so, she's a great asset. You know, best I understand, you know, and you could survive that, or at least in this function, and maybe come back. Thanks, Ian. All right. Any other questions or comments? Hamburg Farmers Market, the midweek market, for those that can make it, just as you're aware. It's starting Wednesdays next week. It's kind of pushing for attendance. They like to do it midday, but it's kind of hit or miss. So who's available? Yeah.
what time is that?
That is 10 to 2. Thanks. All right, our next item under new business is an account transfer. So this is, we've seen this last, I believe, in April. But we do need to do an account transfer to the operating account. So we need a motion to transfer $50,000 from the managing deposit account to the Hamburg ITA operating account. So thank you, Andy. Thank you, Patrick. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. And then the next item is a resolution of the Town of Hamburg Industrial Development Agency consenting to an agency lease subordination agreement in connection with the refinancing of the 2022 RPJ Holdings Inc. project. Whereas the agency, I'm skipping around a little bit, the agency has now received a request for the agency's consent to the execution and delivery by the agency to agency a lease subordination agreement in regard to refinancing RPJ Holdings Inc., the Montreal Trust Company, U.S. Small Business Administration, acting by and through its duly qualified development company, Empire State Certified Development Corporation, DBA, pursuit CDC, and New York Business Development Corporation. The agency determines the pilot provisions shall remain unchanged, and there is no change in the use or occupancy of the facility. RPJ Holdings Inc. agrees that it pay all agency fees due at closing. The agency fee is waived. A mortgage recording tax will apply. Just to clarify what this is we gave RPJ Holdings Inc., which is Johnson Brewhouse or Johnson Stamp House, permission to enter into a mortgage with Jamal Nail Trust Bank. Part of that mortgage was an SBA-backed loan. That SBA-backed loan was not restated, like we did not know that it was an SBA loan. So now the SBA portion is closing, which is often the case after the primary mortgage closing. So we're simply consenting that we agree that this SBA So waiving the fees, I'm guessing that's just because it's so shortly after class. Was there actual cost for us, like?
My legal fees, when they pay my legal fees, I think I have 2 hours of time on it, so.
Yeah,
not-
so Jennifer's.
Otherwise, there's no.
Yeah, I mean, the time we spent to review this. So would be helpful, like I had this with the HDC where we had to do a support. Yeah. Ultimately, it supports that company because some of their debt is now kind of off their debt ratio. Not a huge thing, but we'll see. I felt like.
And they did send us title reports, there's no fees, everything is clean and in good order.
I'm way too, and they've been clean to work with all.
They are very easy to work with, very cooperative, very responsive.
Yes, sir. We should try to get the motion on the table. Yeah. Do you want to, before you go, Patrick, do you want to?
Sure, I'll make the motion.
Pam, second. Bob, H. Okay, yes, Patrick.
Is that the same as John? I think.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
why is it named?
It's I believe in this instance, it's a DBA.
It's a holding company that
Oh,
owns the
RPJ.
property, and then the holding company, RPJ Holdings, pieces of property to,
So Johnson Sam's house.
that housing.
Thank you.
Any other questions? All in favor?
Uh,
Opposed? Carried. Executive session. Or a motion to adjourn. The June 10th, 2026, or July 8th, 2026, Hamburg IDA Board of Directors meeting at 7:44 a.m. We'll move. Thank you, Tom.
Second.
Thank you, Andy. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Next meeting is August 12th. Sorry, I was just looking at my watch and I'm like, oh, we're a little ahead of Human Land, who's on the agenda, but they're joining by Zoom. There's travel. So we'll start the meeting in delayed. Yeah.
Trying to get on.